There's Patrick Corbin, as mentioned. It'll be his second start as a Ranger. Accumulated, he's getting close to that 2,000 inning marker for his career. There's his career record, 343 career games. He's a sinker slider guy with a four-seam fastball and mixes in a changeup 10% of the time.
And great majority on the slider. So he goes with it again. Oh, it's a cutter. And bouncer right side. A good backhand play over there by Burger. A long flip. Corbin covers. Awful day for baseball. There is right down the middle the fastball for strike three call. 10-7, best record in the American League, and a half-game lead over the Angels. Bruce Bochy will send Semien, Seager, and Peterson, as we mentioned, to go into break. Peterson the DH. It's Garcia, Josh Young, and Dustin Harris getting the start in left field, batting sixth. Berger back in there tonight. He's at first. Heim catches. Leody Taveras in center field bats ninth. But Ward made a nice leaping catch at the wall. It ended up being a sac fly, but kind of felt robbed. There's a bouncer short, and that gets right underneath Newman's glove. And Semien is aboard. That ball smashed 110 miles per hour this year. Here's Corey Seager, and he hits one up the middle. Oh, that one is in for a base hit. So nice start. Couple of base runners here in the first inning. And another deep count for an Angels batter. Here's a 3-2. And that is strike three called.
I didn't like to go down looking, so I was probably going to wave at something.
Darno down on the count 0-2. Just kind of slaps that one up the middle. Could be a very big addition to this team. That's in the dirt. Darno had taken off towards second and then couldn't get back to first. Wow, Heim throws behind him, and Darno, he kind of hung himself out in no man's land. Ron Washington wanting to check and see if that's worth challenging, and it is not.
Big league catchers are so good. You get the least bit off of first base, and you see that extra step there from Darno. He should know that as a catcher himself, that he's going to get gunned down.
Runner lead, small lead over there. And Corbin delivers 1-2, and a swing and a miss. Dustin Harris, he smashes one down the right field line. That's a fair ball. And Harris heading to second. He'll stop the ball. They're calling it they're saying it's a ground rule double. Now I'm curious why that is. We lose track of the ball down in the corner. Our first base umpire, Alfonso Marquez, was down the line and immediately signaled double. There's no way a fan touched it, right?
Either a fan touched it or it bounced into the stands, which I don't think it did. Or maybe up and we'll get a better look right here. Bounces. Maybe it went above and beyond the fence and then bounced back into play.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Bouncer up the middle. That's got a chance. It gets through. Base hit. Harris around third. He'll score without a throw. And Jake Burger drives in the first run of the night. The Rangers on top 1-0.
It's great to see the Rangers get an early lead. They didn't score until the 6th last night. And this is not a well-hit ball, but Jake Burger hasn't been swinging it the way that he wants to. So he'll take anything that finds a hole.
Scored on a sac fly. The 3-1. That's low. Well, Heim is on with a walk.
Let this one go.
Well, he really had no decision to make. That one almost got him. So he's on via the walk, and Soriano has committed a borderline unforgivable sin. Rangers everywhere. One strike pitch. And Corey lifts it over shortstop. That drops in. Base hit. 2 runs are in. Semien digging for third. He's in there. A 2-run single by Corey Seager. And the Rangers absolutely add on in the second inning.
I mean, you were just feeling after the walk of Semien that this was going to be a near automatic. There aren't a lot of those in the game of baseball, but Corey Seager is as much of one as possible. And very similar to the first hit, stays on the sinker, doesn't try to pull it. He drives it up the middle, catches it off the end of the bat, but drives in a pair
There's Wash. I mentioned earlier he loves working with the young players. Well, for that matter, any player, but he's kind of perfect for the young players. 1-2, and there's a strikeout of Adele. 5 strikeouts early on here for Corbin. Let's see what he goes with 0-2. Trying to get him to chase, and he did. Another strikeout. 3-2 pitch, and Ward hits it hard out to left field, but right to Harris, and the inning is done. Anyway, she shares a birthday with Bruce Bochy. It's kind of cool. Garcia flips one out into center field, and that drops in for a hit. Good start to the 3rd inning.
And the way that Corbin stuff works, it's more of an east and west type of thing.
Bouncing ball over to first base. Burger, good feed. And Corbin retires Rengifo, 1 away. Yesterday went 0 for 3 with a walk. And he hits that ball hard out to right field, and that does drop in for a hit. Here's his 3-2. And there's a bouncing ball, third base. Young charges. Throws to second, 1. On to first, 2. Double play. So the Rangers can go around the horn as well. This Rangers club in excess of 105 miles per hour off the bat. 7 of those. Chops one slowly toward third. Sometimes it's the soft contact, though, right? He's got an infield hit.
2 for 2. We're seeing it all over again tonight.
Tavares, he'll blast one right back up the middle. Well struck ball for a base hit. Paris hits that ball pretty well out to left, but Harris is there. And the inning is done. That's the second air out tonight. And 11 pitches in the 5th inning. Pretty well done. Corbin cruising with a 3-0 lead.
Not on a homer?
Yeah. He had 3 homers and 3 RBIs coming in, and he shoots that one into center. Wow. Another rocket.
Well, similar.
It's an infield hit a moment ago by Rengifo. They got the Angels' first run of the series to the plate. Newman scoring from third on a close play. But it's worth a shot. If you throw over to first to get Rengifo, Ward likely advances to third and then would have scored on that fly ball right there. Instead, he has to hold second base, and there are 2 gone.
He goes deep on the next pitch.
Just,
like you see a guy get a second chance sometimes and hit a homer, but never a third chance.
Well, Soler strikes out. And that ends the 6th inning. A couple of hits tonight for Jake. The last one, just a little dribbler on the third base side, and he shoots that through. He's 3 for 3 tonight.
He's heating up.
First pitch swinging. Marcus hits a dribbler to short. A bare hand play, and it's wide of the bag. And Marcus legs out an infield hit. And so now it does get Seager to the plate. 3-2. And this one blooped over near first and caught by Burger. 1 away. All right, 0-2. And that's right down the middle. Strike 3 called. Big strikeout of Adele. Well, Jacob Webb needs to be focused here against Logan O'Hoppe, the pinch hitter for the Angels.
Jacob Webb, the go-to guy. 9 innings for him this year. Brilliant strikeout to walk ratio.
Well, he gets O'Hoppe to offer at the first pitch. That's pretty deep out there to left, and it takes Harris right to the fence. Speaking of chests, heart beating right out of it on that one. Jeez, inning over. It's a good question. I don't even remember the 1-2. And that one is out to the alley in right field. That gets down, base hit, and more. Garcia got a great start out of the box. He's going to turn second and now retreat. A 1-hit, or rather 1-out double for Garcia, his second hit of the night.
And 1 out. It would have been a good time to go for it, even if he gets thrown out. But then he's just going to steal third.
He's going for it, and he's got a stolen base, his 4th of the year. And he's perfect at stolen base attempts now.
That's how quickly a baseball player's mind works. He knew when he was rounding second, he's like, no, I'm going to shut it down. I'm just going to steal third on the first pitch.
That's right. Started in Florida at in St. Petersburg against the Rays. Then they went to Houston. Well, a payoff. And Trout hits it on the ground. Boy, that was blistered. Seager's there, though. And a good pick at first by Burger.
2 nights in a row for Luke. 5 saves for him in 7 innings pitched. 0-1 record in 8 games. 3.86 ERA.
Leading it off. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And he lifts this one out into right field for Garcia. And that's a first out of the inning. 1-2 pitch. Broken bat roller up the middle. Seager has it. Throws to first. And they get d'Arnaud. Shonowell the batter, and he'll go after the first pitch, hit it right out to Garcia, and just like that, this one is over. Luke Jackson, a 6-pitch 9th inning, and the Rangers have won this series with a chance to sweep tomorrow.
Great birthday present for Bruce Bochy. Rangers pitchers, phenomenal job. 6-3 up, 3 down innings for them.
Excellent job all around. Just enough offense again tonight, and the Rangers with their 11th win of the year.